Assalamu alaikum and a very good morning to all of you. Children, today in a fourth part of third chapter of history, today we will study about the crops from Europe. Children, Britishers, they also realized that the countryside could not only yield revenue, but it could also grow only those crops which they required at their back home. That is, they required indigo as well as opium. Opium is one kind of a drug which is illegal. Nowadays, it has been banned in our India. Nowadays, nobody is cultivating the opium as well as indigo also. See, indigo is a huge process for growing indigo. After that, the good fertile land also becomes unfertile because it takes a lot of fertility. It requires lot of fertility to grow indigo. That whole process we will study in the next lecture. I'll tell you how it all happens, right? But right now the thing is they only wanted only those crops which they required, which was much more in demand in their hometown, right? That is opium and indigo. Now all the farmers and peasants were not at all ready to grow only those crops which they required, right? In the century and a half that followed, the British persuaded or forced cultivators in various parts of India to produce other crops also, like for example jute in Bengal, right? Tea in Assam, sugarcane in the Uttar Pradesh, that is the United Provinces, wheat in Punjab. We all know that wheat, fine quality of a wheat is grown in Punjab, right? And cotton in Maharashtra and Punjab, rice in Madras. Yes, we also are aware that good quality of rice and good quality of amount of rice is only cultivated in South India, that is Madras. So these were the things they wanted, and they only insisted these people to grow certain things. Now we will see that does the color have a history, that also we will see, right? Means how does the color has a history? That is a indigo is a one kind of a dye, you all know, right? See, here are the two pictures. This is one kind of a print which we have in a dresses. Girls might be knowing this print, that is kalamkari print in their dresses, in their kurtis, in their dresses or gowns, right? The kalamkari print, that is a 20th century in India, these were been produced. And this is a Morris cotton print. This is a Morris cotton print that took place in 19th century in England. See the difference between the two prints, right? This still we are going, and this still we are wearing here. This whole print today also we are wearing this, right? So it was till today it is much more in demand, this print, right? See here in figure 5 and 6 are the two images of the cotton prints. The image on the left side, that is figure 5, shows a kalamkari print created by the weavers of Andhra Pradesh in India. On the right is the floral print, cotton print designed and produced by the William Morris, a famous poet and artist of the 19th century Britain. Now there is one thing common in the two prints, that is both use a rich blue color. Both the prints we see this rich blue color. Yes, that is all because of the indigo, commonly called as indigo. Now do you know how this color was produced? The blue that you see in these prints was produced from the plant called as indigo. As I told you that this is whole plant from where we get indigo. It is likely that the blue dye used in the Morris print is a 19th century Britain use was manufactured from the indigo plants cultivated in India. Now this indigo, this Morris, William Morris, which he used in this print, this indigo was also being carried from India. This means this they have bought from India, and this blue color also they got from Indian indigo only. For India was the biggest supplier of indigo in the world at that time. During those days, India was one of the biggest supplier of indigo in the world, we can say that way, right? Children, you must have seen recently one movie that is Mohenjo-daro about starring Hrithik Roshan, right? In that also we have seen that he is producing indigo, and he wanted to sell those indigo into the other state, that is Mohenjo-daro, right? So that is all, that whole process and that whole how cultivation it has been done in that movie, it has been shown. So that is what we see in that process also. We will see that process in the next lecture also, next part also. I'll show you how that whole process, you can see on your textbook also, the whole process and whole printing has been done, how the process of growing indigo is been cultivated in some of the parts of India, that we will see in next lecture. So by this we end up our this lecture. Thank you, have a nice day. Keep watching and go through your textbooks. Thank you, have a nice day.